Morning. Sorry, had a little technical hitch, but we're back. We're ready. Welcome to Save for Rainy Days. This is my page all about saving money. And over the last few weeks, we've been having a chat with Tally, and we have been talking about how to upcycle and look after some of the things that you already have. So we've been talking about furniture, we've talked about jewellery, and today we're going to talk about fashion. And we can lose so much money following fads and things like that. So what we're going to talk about to start with is what suits you. Need to look at your body shape and a little bit of colour and your skin tones and what colours suit you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Vicky.
Hello, how are we doing?
Very good, very good. How are you?
Yes, very well, thank you. I just want to say good morning to everyone that is with us. Thanks for joining us. I've just been saying we've been talking about upcycling, saving money with the things that you've already got. And we're going to have a little chat about fashion. But before we even get anywhere near the clothes, we need to have a look at what suits you. So we're going to have a look at colouring, so your skin colouring, what colours suit you, but also what body shape you've got, and how we can find things that suit your body shape, because we don't want to waste money on things that might not suit you in the first place.
Exactly. I think the thing is, there's a misconception about fashion and style. And I think really fashion changes all the time. You can never keep up with it. There's collections everywhere. And it's about what is good for you and your style. And what we're about to discuss is not saying, you know, once you figure out your body shape, you should, you know, wear what we're telling you to wear. You know, it's just a guideline. If you want to look more in proportion, wear what you like, wear what color you like, what makes you happy. Life is too short. But if you look into your wardrobe, you know, everything you look in your wardrobe, everything you pick up should be a best friend that you want to see and you want to wear and you want to hug and you want to put it on. And if that's not happening, and if that's not happening in your wardrobe, and that's not happening with your clothes, why?
Yeah. So we're going to have a look at body shapes, and I think you were saying there are perhaps 5 different body shapes. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Shall we go through them now?
Yeah. Please do. Let's have a little chat about each of the ones, so we can actually find out what our own body shapes are and what different types of clothes suit them the best.
Yeah. So there are 5 body shapes or types, as it were. Now, the way you can find this out is by measuring your shoulders, your waist, your bust, obviously, where you feel your bust sits, and also your hips. And from that, it's about give or take inches, and then you realize what you are. So, for example, we'll start with the inverted triangle.
Okay.
So imagine a triangle is like that, as we all know. You turn it round, so which means you're top heavy, which means your shoulders, when you've measured everything, your shoulders and your bust are more inches than your waist and your hips.
Okay.
So, for example, you know, so you're very top heavy, you have a big chest, you know, big shoulders, it's all going on up here. Okay, so wonderful, amazing, you're very lucky. I don't have that. But if you wanted to be in proportion and know what you want to wear, you know, V-necks are great for that. So it's breaking it down, it's making nothing, you know, darker colors up top, it's not making everything up here fussy. There's enough going on, you know. Then you can wear different colors and different patterns sort of on your trousers, so vertical stripes. So basically keeping away from this area with V-necks, just, you know, that's a good place to start.
Have we got any comparison? So maybe we could have a look at, maybe, are there any celebrities that are an inverted triangle?
Yes, you may not. I mean, I'm going to talk about some film stars and why there's loads of amazing women wearing these kinds of clothes. But because we have Pinterest, Google, it's a place to go to as an encyclopedia. And these ladies have got the best stylists, so they know what's good for their shape or to make them really pop. And that is Angelina Jolie, and that is Demi Moore. And you look at them and you go, oh, those women, really? If you look at them, you know, they've got lovely chests, they've got lovely shoulders, and they'll wear a lot of, you know, halter neck tops. And even if they don't wear halter neck tops, they wear things that bring in their waist and keep away from their shoulders.
Right.
So Angelina Jolie especially, and Demi Moore, look at what they're wearing.
Fab. So that's an inverted triangle where your shoulders and perhaps chest are larger and wider than the rest. Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is the triangle. So reverse that triangle, so it's the other way. So basically you're bottom heavy. Some people call this the pear.
Okay.
I'm naming shapes, I'm not naming fruit. That might make me a banana, I don't know. But so some people say that this is the pear shape, but we'll say it's a triangle. And so people, so basically it's your hips, it's your bottom. That is the focus. So again, you want to bring into the waist. You can wear high-waisted trousers. You can, it's about making the shoulders balanced. So a little bit of, you know, nice sort of shoulder pads, something to balance you out if, again, you want to do this. So it's about, you know, you can make this fussy up here. You can draw attention with pendants, with necklaces, with some, you know, a lovely floaty or a big sleeve shoulder pad, something to then breaks that down. Also kind of flares or bootleg, you know, to take away a little flare actually. So it's happening down there. So the focus isn't here. It's somewhere else. That again, if you want to keep into that proportion and you want to see that you're balanced.
Great. So when you're measuring, your lower parts of your hips will be wider than any other part, really.
Yeah, and that area will be wider than, you know, your shoulders and your bust. So you can really see that it's, you know, your bottom heavy, really. Yeah.
Great. Now, anyone to compare to with a pear shape?
Well, we got some gorgeous ladies to compare to. You've got the lovely, gorgeous Jennifer Lopez, who I adore. And you've got, of course, Beyonce, who's gorgeous. And, you know, they're working their curves. And again, you know, they do that proportion thing as well. But sometimes they own it. And this is what I'm saying about the inverted. Own it. You know, if you've got fantastic, you know, chest, shoulder, use it. If you've got, you know, the booty, use it. But if you want to save money, if things are a bit tight or not working, or interviews or, you know, parties, and you want to be balanced, these are little tricks that you can do to just put yourself in proportion and make yourself look taller as well.
Fab. Okay, so that's the pear shape or the correct way round triangle. What's the next one?
The circle, or sometimes known as the apple. I don't know, the English are obsessed by pears and apples, so that's why we call our shape.
Saw that rhyming.
Exactly. But this is the circle. And again, this is basically just the circle. So basically it's your center. So your top heaviness is your waist, really. It's all around here. You know, and we're talking about you really then need to make definition to your waist. Again, high-waisted trousers, things that can just bring you in, so that gives you an in, you know, an in moment. Imagine a napkin and a napkin in it, and the napkin holder is the belt, and you're out here. That is what you want to do.
Perfect.
You want to do that. So yeah, that's the where you basically have all your weight and shape in the center of you.
And anyone to compare it to?
Yes, there is Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
And also Drew Barrymore.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So those two ladies. Yeah.
Amazing.
Check them out.
So that is the circle. That's 3 down, 2 more to go. What's next?
The next one is the rectangle, or sometimes known as the athletic, which I happen to be. So basically I have no weight definition. I'm just kind of a bit square. So everything's quite square here. So what I try to do is to make me appear to have a waist. I do wear 1980s, forgive me everyone, but you know, a little bit of shoulder pads, a little bit of flares. So basically at my top and tail, they go out. Which makes my waist look like I go in. Yeah. It's a trick. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't do that. But if I'm going it's a real lovely, it looks nice in the mirror. Yeah, so that's a really a good thing to do.
Great. So apart from you, who can we compare that to?
Cameron Diaz is in that shape. And there was someone else. Oh, come back to me. But she is that kind of athletic build. And just sort of no sort of definition really. But if you look up rectangle or athletic, and you know, sometimes these athletic shapes do have a tummy, like, you know, like the others shapes, you can still have those things and a little bit of a tummy or a little bit of a booty. But we can work away, that's little details. But yeah, that's the rectangle.
Amazing. And the last one?
Well, I do believe, Vicky, you might be in this one. Very lucky. This is the hourglass shape. So we are talking your shoulders and your hips are basically the things that stand out more, and your waist goes in. And we're talking about a 7 inches, 8 inches difference. So if there is a difference between your waist, your hips, and your shoulders to your waist in 7 or 8 inches, we are talking you are the hourglass.
Yeah.
And this is an amazing shape to have. We've been told that's the shape to have as a woman, and that's why we're talking about the other shapes, because that's what we want to be in proportion. But you know, that's an amazing shape. But again, belt it up, wear the belts. You need the definition. Don't wear something that's loose, sits on your chest. You'll look like a huge sort of tent. And there's nothing wrong in looking like a tent. Again, I'm saying wear what you're like. Life's too short to bother about. It's not about what other people think. It's about what makes you feel good. But, you know, it's all about definition. A wrap dress looks great. Anything, belt it up. Wear a dress, belt. Define that waist. Really define the waist, because you can. Not, you know what I mean, really make, again, the most of that. V-necks are great. Halter necks, again, you know, you're really, you know, showing that shape of coming into the middle. So yeah,
for sure, because I can't really wear anything that sort of hangs. If it skims shoulders and hips, I just look really wide. So it has to have like a little belt or something, or a little gather at the back, just to pull it in, so I look like I've got a shape, rather than it just.
Yeah, and this is about really making the most of what you've got. And this is what we're saying, you know, with your channel. It's about making what you've got. You don't have to spend the money. Look in your wardrobe now. We'll all be going, that really doesn't do anything for me. Why have I got that? You know, so that's the hourglass.
And there's so many ways, I think, that we can look at the things that you have got in your wardrobe to suit your sort of shape. And it's not about size, it's about the shape of your body, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think what's really great at the moment is that a lot of people are really embracing, you know, for the first time in years, when I've gone through magazines, you've got all different type shape women, you've got all different type skin color women as well. It's just really great, you know. It's like, you know, and in the whole, we're embracing the, you know, every shape. You know, you don't have to be a size 10 or 12 or 8 to be attractive. You can be 16, 18, 20. It's about you taking on your personality and what you want to wear, and it's not excluding anyone. And I think fashion for a long time has done that. And this is what we're talking about here, is about style.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got any suggestions for a short apple shape?
Oh, short apple shape. Oh my God, so basically really try and think about your waist. So high-waisted trousers. You want to make a center, even if, you know, a little top that's kind of like a wrap top, but then it's a bit loose, because obviously you don't want it to be tight around your tummy, because that's your area, and you might feel a little bit sensitive about that, I don't know, but you know, you want to something that comes across in here and then maybe is loosed at the waist. It gives that feeling of proportion.
For sure.
And also, if you wear one color, that makes you look sort of taller as well.
That's a good trick.
So that's
amazing. Well, today we were going to talk about shape and colour, but we've got so much to kind of get through, especially with sort of having 5 different shapes. I think next week we will talk about skin tone and skin colour and all the different colours that suit that. And I think then the week after we can delve into our wardrobes and see what we've got. I think it's all about saving money, like you say, and having maybe a little bit of homework to see your style and shape.
Yeah, and again, Vicky, what we're saying is, you know, wear what you like. Life is, again, very, very short, but how to feel good in your own skin. You know, you've got the body you have, you're lucky, you're healthy, you know, wear those things that make you feel fabulous. You know, everyone knows here right now, you've got some guilty pleasures in that wardrobe that you haven't opened. You bought it, it was in fashion. You know, forget fashion for a while. You've got to go into the things that suit your shape, and then the color, and then you'll really pop and you just own it.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you to everyone that's been watching. We will be back next week with talking about all your skin tones and skin color.
Yes, we are.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, Kelly.
You're very, very welcome.
Thank you for your time. And like I say, we'll be back next week. We hope to see you there. I'm going to drop this on my IGTV, and we'll be back next week.
Brilliant. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Amazing.
Vicky. Take care, lovely. Bye. Bye.